Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Frieren, Season 2, Episode 5. They had a date! Finally!
They had a good date,
It was
kinda.
a great date.
It was one of the dates of all time.
In that it was a terrible date, but
Yes,
the thing is
right.
that the person that they were with was a good person for them, and they liked that person, and they were able to talk about,
how the date could have been.
The date could have been better.
More of a them thing.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's something where it shows that, he was at least listening. Both of you definitely kind of flubbed the bag, so to speak, though.
Just a tad.
Dropped the ball. It's something that was expected.
Right.
But
Because-
definitely just shows that you two have a lot to learn about communication and feelings and
Right.
romance and all that stuff. Because this was kind of a typical just high schoolers. They're kind of adults at this point almost. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a
approximately,
first date, and first dates usually are kind of terrible. Maybe not always when it's someone that you already know, but
Or you've been
potatoes,
traveling
potatoes.
with for a very
for
long
a long time. But the point is that date number 2, I'm sure, is going to be a lot better. Because
oh my gosh.
it might involve killing monsters. Because now we're in the far north, and, they're everywhere.
It might involve references to how bad your first date was.
Exactly.
And then you can just
That's
laugh
always,
about it together.
You can always count on those.
But yeah, Northern Plateau
Is
monsters.
dangerous.
There's also a lot, like a high frequency of them.
High frequency, they're a lot tougher than the ones you faced before. You need to actually have tactics rather than just, let it chase Stark around until we blast it into oblivion.
Sure, but also these are demons with a sword and
Right.
also like
Intelligence and cunning.
It's not a monster at that point. It's something more of
Something
a
a bit
more
between.
more of a threat, like
Yeah.
than just a scorpion with a nasty penchant for sitting in your adventuring cave that you like to long rest in.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's be extra cautious moving forward here.
Right. Extra protective spells on Stark.
So yeah, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this. 3 spikes of barley? Is that what that said?
ここら辺は北部高原唯一の穀倉地帯だから。
Well.
ライター様から聞いたことがあります。大昔に大陸の大半を統治
Ooh, old lore.
Alright.
に献上された最上の名手だとか。
Yes, let's go on a quest to find the epic beverage.
よかったと嘆いていました。
What did she do? What did she do? Yes, and the reason was?
長居したくないから買い出しを済ませたら。
Oh no.
フリーレンじゃないか
This dude's so cute!
100年ぶりだな
80年ぶりだよファス。
Okay.
随分細かいならしくないじゃないか
She
Give me
actually
back my
remembered.
liquor.
が変わっとるな
Your roster.
酒好きの兄ちゃんは一緒じゃないのか
Oh, that young guy. Yeah.
そうか一足遅かったか
Did he just rush over here to have a drink with his old friend?
Oh.
あいさん魔法が使えるだろ
ボースハフトと魔法に何の関係
It's placed in a magical dungeon.
Yes. Also, I love the idea that he knew Frieren so long ago that he's like, oh yeah, defeating the Demon King or whatever, like,
alright.
you can use magic, right?
行動ですか？
They
う
call
わ
it
し
a
が一
mine.
人で掘ったんだ
You
Ooh.
dug it?
So it is his mine.
Yes, it is mine.
かもしれんがわしは町育ちでな
I thought he was going to say, but I'm actually an old man.
愛情の名手のためよ
He had to excavate it.
あのじいさん
I will find it eventually.
無類の酒好きでね。200年以上もかけてボースハフトを探しつつ
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
今回会った時も手伝いを頼まれたんだけど魔王討伐の旅
Yeah, we couldn't do the Blood and Wine DLC until we'd actually finished the main story. Oh, wait, the mine was still here.
He's been digging it a long time. Watch Stark taste it and be like, it's alright.
Yeah.
もともとこの地下にボスハフトを貯蔵した遺跡が埋まっているという伝承があってな
Whoa, yeah, ruins indeed.
この石碑を見つけたことでそれが確信
Whoa.
Okay, so he found the ruins.
ボースハフトが最上の名手であることを称える碑文です。
Frieren, you're not commenting.
こうエルフ語が読めるとは
小さい頃フリーレン様に叩き込まれたので
She's letting Fern
Wait.
have her...
まあこうエルフ語なんだから 読めなきゃ話にならないよ。
It's a never-ending stack of books.
てか
And this would have. It was legendary back then, but it would have aged even more. Centuries.
Dang.
遺跡が見つかったの？
ああ、遺跡まではたどり着けた。
I'm interested in the wheel iconography too. That's a very interesting, like,
するための強力な結界が張られていてな。だが、
a door or a barrier. What do we?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's magical. Okay.
All right.
ってことはないだろ
解除に時間がかかるんだよ。
A lot of
あの
time.
子たちはそれを
Oh.
う。その分報酬を出す。
魔導書。
金だ。来費金貨20枚出す。
Those can buy grimoires.
Bye-bye.
話にならないね。
頼
Damn.
むフレイレン。ボースハフトを飲むのはわしの夢なんだ。
Please.
嫌だ。
Damn.
フリーレン様、手伝ってもいい？
You don't understand how much time this is gonna take.
Yeah.
You just met him.
It'll take 5 years.
いつも反対するくせに。フリーレン様、金貨20枚ですよ。
Yeah.
で
Really?
もこれ解除するのに
3 months.
近いじゃないですか。
Oh my gosh.
Hey, 20 gold coins for 3 months. That's pretty damn good.
6.666 gold coins repeating per month.
Or put a different way, that's the equivalent of, 80 gold coins in a year.
Sure.
I imagine most people do not get that kind of pay.
結界の解除も大詰めですね。
But we just blew through a few months.
人生をかけるほど価値があるものじゃない。
Of course.
エルフの中にはね、とんでもない日。
Oh.
Okay.
It's so good. It's the greatest wine ever. Sunk cost fallacy. Yep.
Yeah.
Just constantly drinking it. Wait. Is that
ミリ
Seria?
アルではいつも何もしない。
No, all elves just have that kind of dead inside expression.
Oh, it's a different voice. Different voice for sure.
人生をかけて探したものが何の価値もないゴミだった時のことを想像できる。
Ouch.
このお酒。
ボースハフト、即意識の時に配られた最低の安酒。
Oh my god.
Wow. And just the passage of time makes people think it's this legendary thing.
Yeah.
ボースハフトは最上の名手であるって。
Oh, my
no.
god.
何の意味があるの？
意味なんて何もないわ。
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't even
shit.
like some ad to get people to buy it.
No, I
It's
know, but
just-
that's the power of time.
Yeah.
Is that the inscription has been here for
Right.
you know,
So some bullshit that
some
they did.
time.
保存状態も良好。まさかこれを口にできる日が来るとはな。
Okay.
お前らも飲め。
Yeah, it is metal, so it is probably, but it's still gonna be.
これは
Dog shit. No.
フリーレン、なぜボースハフトを探すのを断ったんですか？
ファイターってお酒好きでしょ？
I don't want to ruin your
Yeah.
love of liquor. Yeah.
笑い飛ばします。まずい酒なんでしょ？ならみんなで楽しまないと。
なんというか。
まずいね。まで飲んだどの酒よりまずい。
Yeah.
何様子見してるの？
Yeah.
シュタルクも飲んでみ。
You gotta know what this is like.
Yeah. It couldn't be, right?
Trying durian for the first time, you know.
これだ。町の奴らも
Use it to keep away the demons and stuff,
At least he's not such a shithead that he's going around selling it, you know.
Right.
酒は楽しく飲むに限るな。
And it probably still get you drunk just like any other liquor,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. But if it's wine, then it's
Yeah, hopefully it's not wine.
Well, no, it probably is. That's
Uh.
yeah, it's like coronation wine, you know.
Yeah, good point.
この分のパンです。
Oh,
聞いたかこのパン
these
ご
are
とって
travel rations.
食べ物が出し
Yeah, that. Thank you for saying that.
北部高原は穀倉地帯のビーア地方を除けば不毛の土地だし、今は物資も流通していないんだから。
Surprised they haven't shown like signs of them like aging a little bit, you know, like.
まあでもあと半日も歩けばまともな食事ができるから。
Wait. What do you mean? What does a decent meal mean
Is
comparatively
that
to this?
killing something
Are
in the wild and
are we killing a
cooking it?
rat like or a
Yeah. Also, this doesn't look too barren. Like, there's at least green trees.
同じを再としたの
What?
Whoa! Wait.
ノルム商会の所領だよ。中心にあるのはその本部だ。
Like a military company or like oh no, an actual company.
Oh, okay.
北部高原に点在する集落に物資を行き渡らせるだけの流通網。
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, they'd have to in order to stay in business.
事情はわからないけど、時が経てばいろいろ変わ
Yeah, they'd still have goods, but for some reason they're not moving them.
るの力はないのかもね。
Or they could be getting
それ
harassed
でも北
from
部高原では強い影響力を持って
Yeah.
like they're not able to get things out of the city.
ないとね。
Well, usually it's not Fern and Stark that make waves, Frieren. So...
So
そちらは
oh, oh.
They've been on our ban list for 500 years.
少々お待ちを
I have to talk to somebody. Like
どうしたのでしょう。
Oh my god.
literally be
Fantastic.
like
Yeah.
they shouldn't be here.
勇者一行の魔法使いフリーレン様。80年前の
Oh no. There goes those 20 gold coins.
借金なんてしていたんですか？
ちょっとね。
Oh
But it's been
my
taking
god.
interest
For
probably.
80 years.
書面上ではそうなっておりません。
No.
外費金貨が20枚。銀貨に銅貨。ちょっとした貴族並みの資産です。
Like that's
先々代のノルム教には世話になったからね。
oh, just giving
そ
them
れは
all
いら
of
ない
it.
よ。
What?
I guess you don't have anything to spend it on really out here.
Sure.
全く足りませんな。
Okay.
Oh
鉱山で
my
300
god.
年働くことになっちゃった。
Oh no! Oh no!
と言っているんですか、フリーレン様。
Incredible.
というか、その格好は、カバンは
Yeah, they took everything. That's
Oh
hilariously.
my god.
This is gonna be like the coolest guys ever, being like, "We're going to
No,
help
no,
you."
these are the making sure she doesn't go anywhere else.
だねフェル、シュタルク。元気でね。
So I think you could put her to work in a way that's much more financially beneficial than the mines. How much
Oh
does
my
she
gosh.
still owe?
借用書の利息通
Yeah,
りなら
let's get the
ス
details.
トラル金貨500万以上ですね。
Right, that's the
Plus
interest.
interest?
都合できるのですか？
これは無理ですね。
We're gonna go back to that dragon horde, you know? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
300年も待てねえよ
Well,
鉱山ってあまり好きじゃないんだよね。
She blasts a hole up through the mine and walks out.
商会長から話は聞いております。
じゃあ始めようか。
Right, so
Yeah.
they give her back her staff specifically so that she can, yeah. Watch out, Frieren's about to turn left
yeah, Frieren the Slayer
of mines.
and the Penetrator. Of...
Oh, she's casting her mana out to find all the precious metals. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Embrace eternity.
Just a focused. There's a massive
Yep.
geode or massive
Right.
deposit.
よしやろうでも掘り進めるぞ
Wait, what? But offensive magic? Hey, not a bad
No,
way
no,
to...
that's not stable enough, you know.
yeah.
They have to build the tunnel out.
Sure.
We don't want an earthquake. We
Right.
もともと北部高原に追いやられた地方貴族で、
Oh,
Done
that
pretty
actually
well for
makes
yourself.
sense.
Yeah.
に資金を投入して流通網を作り上げ、人々に安定した暮らしをもたらした英雄だ。
He made the most of an awkward hand.
Yeah.
でもわざわざ鉱山まで訪ねに来るってことは何か考えが
There's some good shit in here, isn't there?
北部高原の物流。ひどいありさまでしょう。の情勢が悪化してから、我々は魔族との戦いで
Oh,
武装大将。
Oh, we're losing.
yeah.
We're going to get driven out soon if we don't.
But if you want to work off your 300-year sentence in a faster way,
会が国であったら、とっくに滅んでいる。
So then there's good money to be found here.
資金さえあればいくらでも立て直せる。
Well, right, because you can attract more people, but still...
大きな価値が生まれた。この鉱山は開発中のものです。
I actually sold your debt, and
なるほど。その紙切れで私に言うことを聞かせようってわけ
Well,
か。
I found something back there.
yeah.
多くの人が飢えて死にます。どうか北部高原の民をお救いください。
Carrot and stick.
まさか本当に銀行が見つかるとはな。
And quite a lot of it.
They're
I
all
worked off
in
my
the
debt.
depths of despair.
Huh?
よかったやっていたんだぜ
今夜には鉱山を襲撃
We-
それより二人ともこれからは柔らかいパンが食べられるよ。
Amazing.
Right. When one player gets captured and put in prison, they need to get out soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Not because they need to be outside, but because of what their party will do in order to save them.
Yes. They will do absolutely heinous things. Like, we were about to kill everyone in there.
Yeah. All right, everybody's gonna die. Everybody
Yeah,
you
I
see in the
guess,
next 10
you know
seconds.
What? But because they were bored. Because they were like, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Oh,
Our
you're calling
characters
out
have
parties
nothing to
for real
do
right now. Yeah.
Wait, we're just sitting here.
Sorry, we all have a social contract with everyone else at the table. We dedicated our Friday nights to this, and so...
Don't you just love when time works against you?
Yep. Yeah. Man.
Debt. Yes. It's the most cursed thing when you let it sit for 100-something
80 years
years.
of compound interest.
Yeah.
It's a hell
Working
of a
against you, you know?
Right.
Frieren. No wonder you don't like merchants.
Right.
You
I wouldn't either.
You could literally like just say, hey, I'll write up a contract of I'll loan you some money.
Right.
And then, you know,
Yep.
hold on to it and just, you know, an investment.
Yeah, with the whole like
I won't touch it for 100 years. You
yeah,
know?
living for millennia thing. It's like, all right, you're either gonna like make a shit ton of money, some kick-ass wine, or, you know, in Milliard's case, be depressed and it just goes on for a really long time and you distract yourself as best you can with whatever, you know?
Well, you literally drink shitty wine to basically give yourself a little, a jolt.
Right.
It's
Shock to the system.
Yeah,
you know?
shock to the system. Which is kind of fun because if we think about the idea that there was this ancient empire, right?
Yep.
Ruled the continent. It was
Right.
just the way things were.
Yep.
And we're not even clear whether it was even an elf kingdom at some
Sure.
point. I like that detail was there. It probably was.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That would
you
make
know?
sense. But the idea that, the wine that was the shitty, just mass populace coronation wine that they handed out to everybody so that they could make a lot of it,
Yep.
it was sour, just not great at all.
Yeah,
just bad wine. You
But
know?
it got the job done at the very
But it
least.
got the populace drunk when the new, royal was
Exactly,
crowned.
and so, you know, even if it tastes like shit, they enjoy having a buzz that's free.
Right.
You know, or
and so
maybe
maybe
not
there
free.
was an epic party.
Yeah.
Maybe there was an epic day where a city was drunk.
Yeah.
Just the whole damn city. And so you know what? Then it becomes legendary.
Right.
Now anyone that actually drank it knows, that piss? That grape piss?
Yeah.
That rejectamenta?
Animals don't touch it.
No,
you know?
the
like,
animals just like there's a cat convulsing on the street there because it licked some. No.
The only thing it's good for is Molotov cocktails.
The only,
you know?
the only thing it's good for is either upending the established order or upending the established order, you know? It depends on which way you want to do it.
Or maybe disinfecting some wounds or, you know, cleaning
Nah,
paint
probably
off the side of the ship,
reinfect it
you know?
all over again,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But the theme of this episode of time adds value to things.
Yes.
And Frieren's journey with her old crew, Heiter, Himmel, and Eisen, there was value added to their journey because of the time they spent together.
Right. And the time sense.
Well, I was going to say, Frieren did not realize that during that moment there.
Right.
Because in some ways, that was her thing.
Yeah.
She had been told to leverage time by Flam in order to basically prepare yourself for when you'd be needed.
Right.
Once you're needed, you're no longer leveraging time anymore. So then she's like, okay, I'm doing what Phlegm asked me to do. I'm helping.
Yeah,
I'm doing the
and all
big
that.
heroic thing. Everything else doesn't matter. Oh, we're going to go help some dwarf go find the legendary wine that I know to actually be bullshit. No. Yeah. I've been prepping all this time for this purpose here.
Right.
And yet, now that the journey has ended, it's actually become extra valuable as far as memories go because it's informing your entire purpose now, Frieren.
I wonder what kind of mind break would have happened if, 100 years ago, right, or 80 years ago when he last saw Frieren. If Frieren was just like, hey, by the way, that stuff you're looking for, I've had it before. It's shit. Like, if he's just like that would be so
He'd be
much...
like, but how bad is it? Like,
Right.
I don't think he would immediately be like, oh, man, I'm throwing this away. I think he'd be like, wait, how bad?
Yeah,
and he'd, list off some brands, is it this bad?
Right.
Is it Coors Light bad,
Because getting to experience it and then be like, this is shit. Well, okay. Right? Like, all right. But I got the thing. I wanted to taste it, and I tasted it, right? But the idea of, if she had told him beforehand when he hadn't actually been able to achieve the goal, and so then it's just, I spent all this time trying to get the thing, he probably still would have kept going to uncover it, but then that entire time, those 80 years, there would have been that part in the back of his mind that's like, this is worthless. I'm gonna get to it, and it's gonna be dog shit. I'm gonna take it.
This is why I love this show so much. Frieren, when it comes down to it as an anime, as a series, as a show, as a story, is about the value we put into things.
Right, and we have control of that.
We have control of that.
Yeah.
You can end up putting your whole life on a track for a journey to go hang out with friends that will give you a simulated version of the feeling that you could have had if you were actively present with the journey that you had with the heroes. But you were sleepwalking through that one. Obviously, you enjoyed it. You had Frieren. You went through it, and it was a great time and stuff. But you could have
properly appreciating.
You could have been more present with it. So now that you're going through this one here, in a lot of ways, it's not going to be the same, Frieren.
Sure.
You're going to end this journey and go,
oh, yeah.
It's not the same. In a lot of ways, you're going to be like, damn. I don't want to tell Fern and Stark this, but...
Right.
Yeah, I don't have a blue-haired guy that's in love with me the whole time. It
don't quite hit the same.
Himmel hits different, I mean, you wouldn't know, Frieren, but Himmel, he hits different,
Yeah.
So that's another kind of angle for this of
right.
It's not about the objective time value itself being one thing, but it's that you can also change the whole course of your own story and others by writing a fucking inscription saying it was the best wine ever. It was the Greek ambrosia. It gives you immortality.
That's
the legends will be told.
Did we discover the elf version of prank calling? Like that it's the... I'm going to go someplace...
It's inscription and dashing.
Right. Where it's like, I'm going to go someplace that is not going to be discovered for a long time.
Long time. I'll put a fucking barrier up to make sure it won't.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It's so evil if you think about it.
And then I'm going to put this thing that's like, this is the greatest thing ever.
No, you know what the sucky thing is? You know what the sucky thing is?
Yeah.
While this world has brought up the idea of offensive and defensive magic evolving because of Zoltrak being something that forced that evolution.
They didn't evolve food magic.
No, I was actually going to say the barrier on it might not have even been that complex. It's just the idea that back then the way they did barriers was so weird and we've forgotten how to do it that Frieren looks at this and goes, oh, fuck, this is one of those weird barriers. So I actually don't know how to solve it. I just know that if I overload it with enough mana over time, it will take a few months and I'll be able to break it just fine. But what Frieren might have done is the effective version of just banging it with a hammer.
I'm going to
so
bring
she
up a very
mined the barrier instead.
I'm going to bring up a very specific example that I think is a potential exact example of what Frieren
awesome.
did.
Do it. Yeah.
When I played Skyrim as a young kid, I didn't realize that you could rotate items when you're looking at them in their item description. And normally this would be... Exactly. Yeah, it'll show the item and then it has a description for the item. Now, normally, this wouldn't matter. This wouldn't mean anything. Except, there were those little claw lock things for unlocking doors. And the thing is, there was a specific combination of symbols. Yes!
You were that person? You were the person these puzzles were made for?
And if you literally if you literally just flip it over when you're looking at it in the item description, it has the combination on the back of it. I did not know that. And so, as my 10-year-old self, or, however young I was, right?
You were 15. You were... Skyrim wasn't out when you were 10.
When did Skyrim come out?
When did Skyrim come out? I want to say it was around 2010. Skyrim release date. Let's see here. Yeah, 2011.
2011.
You were 16 years old. 10 years old.
Okay,
ass.
All right. Point is, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. The point is I tried every single combination, just going through them, needing to then... and it resets. Until I could... Well, no, it didn't reset. You could then just iterate one.
So what, the 10 combinations, I think, that there would be if there was 3?
Because there was 3 combinations, but there'd be sometimes 3 different rings, or 4. If it's 4, that took a ton of forever. And so just go through...
I didn't even play Skyrim that long, and that's just...
Yeah.
Damn. And so, you're really outing yourself on the internet right now.
Right. And so I get the feeling that if we want a reason, like an old sealing magic thing, is that it was just that, but there was no key, there was no code. It's just... All right.
Huh. Doesn't really fit with what I was going with here, but I see why you would think that.
If an elf decides I'm going to waste somebody's time with this prank, then I could absolutely see
this wasn't a prank, though. This is the fun thing, though.
No, sure. This doesn't have to be.
This elf had no humor, malice, or curiosity, or anything. This was my life is aimless. My life is purposeless.
Yep.
I put an inscription up. Why? I do not know.
Because it's the only way I can distract myself from the crushing inevitability of the fact that I will waste away forever in this world.
Immortal.
Yeah.
In a weird way, this episode was a slight dig in a lot of the ways that fantastical stories will be on immortality. And the idea that time is the passage of time is your greatest enemy.
Right.
But time itself is actually your greatest ally, that if you don't know how to build a good relationship with time, it will seem like the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
And so...
But if you do, then it's great.
Well, right, but thus that's where the drink being shitty doesn't matter. It's that if you use a shitty drink to make the time you spent with people more fun,
then it becomes a good
drink. Then it's an amazing drink.
Yeah,
because
or put it a different way, you could have a really shitty anime, but if you enjoy watching that shitty anime with people you care about, it's a pretty great anime. Right?
Sure. I was going to say it doesn't matter the qualitative aspects of the thing. It's what you bring to the table.
Exactly, because what you bring to it matters. And so, therefore, it's a...
You could say it's the only thing that matters.
Sure, yes.
That's a bit extreme, but I think in a lot of ways, that's what this episode is kind of bringing to the table here. Frieren is also effectively immortal. I mean, they're both elves, so they're both the same level of immortality. But my point is that Frieren was pretty single-minded and also didn't have any great appreciation for time and life and stuff like that.
No.
She's an absolutely fine person and stuff, but the only thing that was guiding her for these a very long period of time was, I have a task that Flam has basically passed along to me, and I'm
so,
doing it.
It'll take 1,000 years or something, but, you know, all right, cool. Yeah. However long it takes, I'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, in some ways, like, even though she was doing this in such a way that was a solitary task, it was a lonely task, it was time that would only be realized as being so valuable once she then goes on this 10-year journey.
Right.
There is something to be said in that Flam needed to be someone that was basically able to see the value of time, that was able to see the ways in which she needed to teach her student, if you will, to value time.
Even if Flam never would have been able to defeat, you know, the Demon Lord or whatever, right?
She literally couldn't.
Yeah, she literally couldn't.
No way she could have.
She was able to figure out how to do it, you know, right? Like, even if she herself was not the one to accomplish it.
Right, and so it's kind of fun that we use something so mundane and stupid as, like,
shitty booze and
shitty
a contract,
booze,
you know.
And, well, I was going to say, and a debt contract specifically. Right. The idea of something where it's like, you could say that Frieren has been, by going on this journey, been in some ways paying off the emotional debt that she feels like she owes Himmel. Even though Himmel's long dead and gone, the idea that we could be going to a place where, like, there might be some way that they interact again, or there might be some kind of, you know, might be some kind of, like, actual, like, life and death kind of related stuff involved there. That Frieren will also be, in some ways, then investing in herself to be the kind of person that could actually face him again, you know?
Sure.
Like,
yes.
Like, there's some beautiful stuff here, despite this being a very kind of a funny, mundane episode.
Yeah, it's the I feel like Frieren as a show does a lot of anti-jokes to get at the themes of it. Right. Like the passage of time.
Yeah.
You know, and so all right, you must now, you know, become a slave in the mines for 300 years. And it's like, okay, all right, bust out, you know, the Kaiji, you know, like theme song. Like, you know, we're gonna, let's go. Let's see how you can gamble with dice and stuff, you know.
That subplot's over in 8 minutes.
Subplot's over in 8 minutes because, that's the thing that we could try and get you to do. We understand on some level that there would probably be some other consequences to that. We don't know what your first class mage, you know, apprentice would do if, you know, we keep you down here that long. So, hey, can you help us find silver? And, you know, maybe if when you're out there, like, murder a bunch of demons and shit, you know?
I love that they didn't actually directly address that. In a lot of ways, that's a thing of, like, well, honestly, we just needed the silver.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to keep going and doing your journey. You're apparently going up to end or whatever. Oh.
All right, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
If we have
more
money,
power to you,
we can keep feeding the logistics network that will help us be able to continue to combat the demons, even if, you know, it's still a big problem.
Well, right, because you're going to be gone at some point. Like, you're not going to stay here forever.
Oh, yeah. Even if she did go on some big murder spree and kill a bunch of demons, okay, that buys them 10 years,
then
20
my
years.
grandson ends up having the issue at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah. No, it's a fun look at the ways in which time can be viewed through these lenses much more easily and conveniently because she's effectively immortal.
Right.
But this is not some fantastical law that only applies in the world of Frieren. This is a lesson that can be learned in our regular ass world here.
Right. With our, you know, regular ass lives where it's make sure that, you know, on that day by day, because we don't have, you know, the immortality of Frieren, let's try and make sure we learn the lessons from her and from, you know, Fern and Stark and stuff to cherish every day.
Because maybe there's a place somewhere in your life where you're eating hard bread. And the metaphor breaks down a little bit here, but...
Like the bread doesn't,
Yes, exactly. But maybe if you start valuing and appreciating not necessarily just your time, but other people's time, maybe you'll get to eat soft bread.
Right. And if you don't, maybe the thing will happen that I was thinking might happen. It didn't happen, and that's totally fine. That you can use that hard bread as a weapon at some point. Because I really wanted there to be some point where, like, Stark takes the bread and, like, uses it as, like a striking implement. You know,
You've
he
been playing too much Mugenics, where you are equipping hard bread into your cat's hand and smacked it, and it's like, this does, 1 damage, but it applies a bleed because it's so scratchy.
Yeah, I've handled bread like that. I've made some of it myself. It's fascinating how just flour and water becomes
it makes something so shit,
hard as shit. It can be kind of soft when it comes out of the oven, and
sure.
then an hour later, that thing will break rocks. Like,
well, no wonder.
Actually,
apparently, you didn't add yeast. You just added flour and water.
No, right? Because that's what they had. It was called hardtack, and that's what they.
I know what hardtack
voyages
is.
And stuff back in the day and stuff. So it's like as an experiment to see what they would have.
Right,
back
to
then.
see what it is. Yeah,
yeah. It's wild.
It's bad.
If you ever want to just
not
a
enough,
science
no
experiment,
butter or honey enough to make it actually edible.
Yep.
No, I did this as well for something when I was.
I think it was like a history class.
It was a history class, yeah. And I was doing something similar to that as well, and we had a bunch of old foods from people of different eras who basically they were all basically we would call them the struggle meals, but no, it was basically like the peasants and the people that didn't have much resources to begin with. Basically, were forced to eat with what they had.
Yeah,
and There you go. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.